From the opening scenes of No Country for Old Men and the Grand Budapest Hotel, we're introduced to two men.
Hold still.
Llewelyn Moss hunts with quiet urgency. Gustave H prepares for an important guest with meticulous grace. Both films are set in the past in very different places. Both were made for roughly the same budget. And both went on to win 4 Academy Awards, with No Country taking Best Picture. But more importantly, both films tell stories about men who recognize an opportunity, seize it, and set something irreversible in motion. And they are ultimately swept away by forces they never fully understand. And when we place these two films side by side, the parallels go much deeper than plot. There is a lot to learn when we hold seemingly opposite films next to one another. This is the language of cinema. This is film to film. Let's take a look at No Country for Old Men and the Grand Budapest Hotel. Zabralka, a fictional European country, 1932. Gustave H is a concierge of the Grand Budapest Hotel, an exquisite mountainside resort.
Very good.
He's a man out of time, with an already outdated sense of morals and decorum. The hotel is everything to him. Grand, ornate, and carefully maintained.
These are not acceptable.
Within its walls, ritual and manners matter.
Call the goddamn plumber.
High ceilings, Turkish baths, a world in motion, like the romantic sweep of fools and the wit and melancholy of Lubitsch. And Gustave is a romantic. He quotes poetry,
Touch the inchoate face.
he charms. He sleeps with the older women who pass through its doors. One of them is Countess Madame D,
I love you.
matriarch of one of the greatest private fortunes on the continent.
I fear this may be the last time we ever see each other.
She believes she's going to die.
Well, I can't put it into words, but I feel it.
When her prediction comes true,
Dear God.
the story begins to move. Texas, 1980. From the beginning, No Country for Old Men gives us two things: beauty and violence. But let's start here with Llewelyn Moss. He's a welder, a hunter, and a tracker who stumbles across this out in the desert. A bloodbath. The remnants of a drug deal gone wrong.
I ain't got no water.
Also, Moss is a Vietnam veteran. But unlike many of his cinematic predecessors, he isn't haunted, paranoid,
You know what I mean?
or politically awakened. No, he's stripped down. He's a man of action, methodical, decisive. So when he finds the last man standing and $2 million in a bag, he takes it.
Control of the vast bulk of her estate should be transferred forthwith to her son Dmitri.
Dmitri, Madame D's eldest son, inherits her large fortune.
Monsieur Gustave H.
But Gustave is bequeathed.
Painting known as Boy with Apple. Wow. By Johannes van Heuvel.
I can't believe it.
Dmitri despises Gustave.
You're not getting Boy with Apple, you goddamn little fruit.
So when Gustave flees with the painting, he becomes a fugitive.
The police are here. They asked for you.
And is accused of murdering Madame D.
Tell them I'll be right down.
Llewelyn Moss now has the millions.
What's in the satchel?
All the money?
But that same night,
All right.
he decides to return and bring the dying Mexican water. Almost immediately, consequences arrive. Both films kick into gear, and we meet the antagonist. Dimitri's enforcer is Joplin. Leather-clad, sadistic, figure of theatrical menace.
Tell him Joplin says, come home.
In Anderson's heightened world, his violence is grotesque, played with a kind of boyish gallows humor. Anton Chigurh is something else entirely.
These are some ripe petunias.
The syndicate behind the failed drug deal hires him to retrieve the money. And he ends up killing his employers. Why? Who knows? What we do know is
Would you hold still, please?
Chigurh isn't a hired gun. He operates with a kind of fatal inevitability. Like Llewelyn, he's uncomplicated, only colder, more logical, and lethal. There's a moral vacancy to both men. Their cruelty is unrestrained. However, they're not the real source of violence in either film. Only its most visible expressions. In the Grand Budapest Hotel, the real threat arrives in uniforms. The rising fascist zigzag division.
Well, hello there, chaps.
Documents, please.
With their checkpoints and arrests without explanation.
Come outside, please.
You can't arrest him simply because he's a bloody immigrant. He hasn't done anything wrong.
Creeping fascism presses in from all sides. And Gustave isn't afraid to call it out.
You filthy goddamn pockmarked fascist assholes!
Take your hands off my lobby boy!
In No Country for Old Men, the source of violence is harder to locate. But it's there from the beginning, best illustrated in that massacre Llewelyn encounters with bodies scattered in the desert. This world operates on cartel and syndicate logic.
Just how dangerous is it?
Compared to what? The bubonic plague?
Where crime is transactional and carnal.
You gonna clamp him, buddy?
It's not personal
Can you get those chicken grates out of the bed?
or ideological,
What are you talking about?
just present. Existential. At their core, both films are cat and mouse narratives. Gustave and Llewelyn are relentlessly pursued.
Mentos.
Look, at this point, it's worth saying clearly, this isn't a plot summary.
Truly.
Both films are meticulously constructed, full of reversals and interesting subplots. But the deeper similarity lies in how these stories are framed by their narrators.
May I invite you to dine with me tonight?
In the Grand Budapest Hotel, the story is told through Zero,
Hotel Kinski, kitchen boy, 6 months.
the bellhop apprenticing under Gustave.
Before that, I was a skillet scrubber.
Experience zero.
Zero is an immigrant
I left because of the war.
who sees the world through Gustave's eyes and is with him almost every step of the way.
We're brothers.
Well, it's a mess, ain't it, Sheriff?
No Country for Old Men is told through Sheriff Ed Tom Bell,
It ain't, it'll do till the mess gets here.
a self-described old-timer trying to make sense of the rise of wanton violence.
You rent out rooms to old people, kill them, bury them in the yard, cash their Social Security checks. You can't make up such a thing as that. I dare you to even try.
Bell is always a step behind Llewelyn and Chigurh.
He's got any notion of the sorts of sons of bitches that are hunting him?
I don't know, he ought to.
Sorting through the wreckage they leave behind,
He's seen the same things I've seen, and it certainly made an impression on me.
trying and failing to sort it all out. Gustave and Zero end up in a monastery in the Alps, close to uncovering the truth behind Madame D's death. When Joplin murders their lead, the chase is on. Gustave hangs from the edge of a cliff.
I hate you.
Joplin seconds away from finishing the job. Llewelyn and Chigurh square off in a border town. Despite the brutality, the result ends in a draw. Later, in Mexico, Llewelyn calls Chigurh, who offers this ultimatum.
You bring me the money and I'll let her go.
Llewelyn won't go down without a fight.
I decided to make you a special project of mine. You ain't gonna have to come look for me at all.
Both films have tightened the noose.
Methinks me breathes me lost, me fears, said he. Holy shit, you've got him!
In the end, Zero comes to Gustave's rescue and kills Joplin. And for a moment, it feels like the story has turned. Things resolve quickly. A second will is discovered.
She left everything to Monsieur Gustave, of course.
Gustave inherits Madame D's fortune, including the hotel. Zero marries his girlfriend, Agatha. A bright future seems possible. Then, just as suddenly, the independent state of Zubrowka ceased to exist.
Why are we stopping at a barley field again?
On a train, Gustave and Zero are confronted by the zigzag division again. And again,
Well, hello there, chaps.
Gustave stands up for Zero.
You filthy goddamn pop my precious assholes!
Llewelyn, Chigurh, and Sheriff Bell converge in El Paso. Bell arrives too late. Llewelyn Moss is already dead. Who killed him is never entirely clear.
Call the police. Llámate la policía.
Neither is killed in a moment of spectacle, nor by the villains pursuing them. No, they die off-screen, without ceremony.
Documents, please.
With pleasure, as always.
By anonymous forces that have been pressing from all sides all along. What remains are the witnesses and their memories. And it's Zero and Bell's reactions that finally reveal what these films are really about. Let's rewind for a moment. The Grand Budapest Hotel, and by extension Zubrowka, exists between two world wars. Europe is holding its breath. Wes Anderson has been clear that Budapest is inspired by the writings of Stefan Zweig, an author who spent his later years mourning the Europe he grew up in, a place of culture, civility, elegance, a world he watched be dismantled by fascism. That loss is symbolized by Boy with Apple.
It's a masterpiece. The rest of this shit is worthless junk.
An ideal world Gustave is trying to preserve. After the world wars, power moves west. We enter the American century. America helped win both wars, then continued to fight. Korea, Vietnam, disillusionment follows. By the 80s, violence was no longer purely ideological or uniform.
Greed works.
It's economic, transactional, fueled by drugs, money, and global trade. Llewelyn Moss emerges from this machine, and what he finds in the desert isn't art or culture, it's $2 million. The American dream stripped to its essence, stuffed in a bag. Boy with Apple, $2 million. Europe, America. Culture,
See the resemblance?
capital. Gustave and Llewelyn don't die because they're naive. They die because they believe actions still matter in systems that no longer reward them. Seen together, the films form a kind of diptych of the 20th century. A century that begins with violence you can point to and ends with violence that is ambivalent, decentralized. Let's not forget, these are post-9/11 films. 21st century directors looking back at arguably the most violent century on record and wondering what comes next.
What happened in the end?
In the end, they shot him. So it all went to me.
Boy with Apple survives. It hangs in the faded Grand Budapest Hotel of the late 60s. But in the end, Zero is also clear-eyed about Gustave's idealism.
To be frank, I think his world had vanished long before he ever entered it.
Gustave's story survives through Zero. Zero's story is recorded by an author, and the author is remembered by a student. Chain of memory, passed down. Beauty, culture, and civility don't disappear. They become contraband. No Country ends more quietly, with Sheriff Bell recounting a dream. He describes riding through a cold mountain pass at night with his father, who carries fire in a white animal horn.
And in the dream, I knew that he was going on ahead. He's fixing to make a fire somewhere out there in all that dark and all that cold. And I knew that whenever I got there, he'd be there. Then I woke up.
Neither film offers a clean answer. Only men out of time. If you're interested in this kind of dialogue between films, in what cinema reveals when we look and listen closely, well, this is Film to Film. There's more to come.